Wahala dey like bicycle oh! Ah! That was the scream that woke up Madam Agnes from her afternoon nap. She rushed outside, wrapper barely tied, to see Mama Ngozi pointing a trembling finger at her phone. Amara! That Amara that used to hawk groundnuts near my shop. See her on the internet crying like a baby where them thief sweet from. Hey! Mama Ngozi wailed, showing Madam Agnes the phone screen. And there she was, Amara, face swollen, voice cracking, talking about how her husband, Chief Nkapi, was about to marry another wife. The comments section was boiling hotter than pepper soup. Some people were saying, hey yeah, poor Amara. Others were shouting, she saw the money. She knew he had wives he had left for her. Now she wants to chop her cake and have it. Madam Agnes shook her head. This world is a stage, she muttered. Let me tell you, this Amara story is a long one. Pull up a chair, Mama Ngozi. It started a long time ago. Once upon a time, in our own dear village of Umuokoro, there lived a beautiful girl named Amara. She was like that ripe mango hanging low on the tree. Everyone wanted to pluck her. But Amara, she had her eyes fixed on the stars, or rather, the twinkling shine of money. She was not a gold digger, she was a gold plucker. Now, beside her lived Echidime. Echidime was a good man, like that strong Iroko tree that shelters everyone from the sun. He was hardworking, honest, and loved Amara with a love that could move mountains. He farmed. He tapped palm wine. He even learned to fix generators, all to impress Amara. Amara, my love, Echidime would say, his eyes shining brighter than the morning dew. I don't have much now, but I promise you, I will build you a house finer than the chief's. Just give me time, Amara would smile. But her eyes held a different story. She liked Echidime, yes, but she loved the idea of wealth more. She saw her mother struggling, working her fingers to the bone just to put food on the table. Amara didn't want that life. She wanted the soft life, the type she saw in Nollywood movies. The type where women changed wrappers every day and had plenty of house girls fanning them. Then came Chief Nkapi. Chief Nkapi was a big man. A real oga at the top. He had land, he had cars, he had houses in Lagos and Abuja. When I said Lagos, I didn't mean Oshodi or Mowe or all those backyards. No, I mean Ikoyi. Ask any Lagosian what it means to own even one bedroom flat in Ikoyi. Talk more of being a landlord of over 500 houses there. Levo, some people are stinkingly rich. These are people you see their wealth and you will just become depressed. And most importantly, he already had 2 wives. But that didn't deter him from setting his sights on Amara. He started showering her with gifts. Expensive lace, hair ties that cost more than a year's worth of Echidime's income, and even a small plot of land. Amara's head began to spin like this new generation silly fans. One evening, Chief Nkapi called Amara to his mansion. It was like something out of a dream. Sparkling chandeliers, velvety furniture, and servants scurrying around like ants. He sat her down, poured her a glass of champagne, which she had only ever seen in movies and then he made his intentions clear. Amara, my damsel not in distress, but my soon-to-be mistress, he boomed, his voice like thunder. I have taken a liking to you. I want you to be my wife. I know I have other wives, but you will be my special wife. You will have your own house, your own car, anything your heart desires. Amara's heart hammered inside her chest. This was it, the moment she had been waiting for. She looked at the chief, then at the glittering surroundings. She thought of Echidime, his honest face, his calloused hands, and then she made her choice. Chief, she said, her voice trembling slightly, I will marry you. News spread through Umuokoro like wildfire. People were shocked, especially Echidime. He couldn't believe that Amara, the girl that he had loved since they were children, had chosen wealth over him. He went to her, pleaded with her, begged her to reconsider. Amara, how can you do this? He cried, his eyes filled with pain. I love you. I will give you the world, I promise. Amara looked at him, her face hard. Echidime, she said, love doesn't pay the bills, oh. I'm tired of suffering. I want a better life, and Chief Nkapi can give it to me. Echidime left, hoping that she would have a rethink one day. But as they say, the higher you climb, the harder you fall. But Amara had already made up her mind. A future with Echidime meant struggle. And struggle was not an option. Chief Nkapi, a powerful businessman, was interested in her, and he had everything Echidime lacked: money, power, influence. Her father had warned her, Amara, wealth is good oh, but character sustains a marriage. Echidime might not be a billionaire, but he loves you with his soul. But Amara laughed. It's better to cry in a Bentley than to be happy in a Volvo, daddy. Echidime is a good man, but love cannot buy luxury. Echidime, who was in the parlor before Amara returned, and the conversation ensued with her father outside, under the mango tree, heard everything. He wanted to come out and ask her if he was the one she just regarded as Volvo, and maybe tell her that if he was Volvo, her father is an old spoiled keke napep. But he knew that would be hitting him below the belt, as her father was a good and honorable man who didn't deserve the tongue lashing. So all he did was step out, look Amara in the eyes, shake his head, and walk away. And with that, she left Echidime, broke his heart, and married Chief Nkapi, believing she had secured her future. In fact, she boasted to her young friends that Chief was in his late 50s, and that since he is diabetic and had suffered partial stroke before, he might even die before she turns 35. She fantasized how wealthy she would be and how easy life would be for her and her kids when Chief joins his ancestors. For a while, life was good. Amara lived in a mansion, traveled the world, and flaunted her expensive lifestyle online. She mocked women who married poor men, saying, "You people are suffering in the name of love while I'm sipping champagne in Dubai." But behind closed doors, the cracks had already begun to show. Chief was not a faithful man. He would disappear for days, returning smelling of foreign perfumes, and dismiss her concerns with a wave of his hand. He was always seen in clubs close to tertiary institutions where he spoiled girls that were barely adults. According to him, allowing young bloods to ride you is one sure way to elongate your lifespan. Life is good, and if you have come so close to dying like me, you will know you owe no one any explanation as to how and why you should enjoy life while still alive, he declared. As for Amara, he had already started calling her old cargo. Already? Fine girl Amara. What happened? But on a serious note though, this man sounds like a pedophile. I'm just saying. Anywho, I am a man, Amara. I can do what I want, he said one night when she confronted him. As long as you live under my roof and spend my money, you have no right to question me. Your name is Oriaku. Just eat my money and shut up your mouth. That was the first time Amara realized she was not a waifu. She was a possession. A trophy wife who has now been left for internet spiders to build cobwebs on. Hey, that one enter. She felt embarrassed as she had been reduced to an object of mockery by her mates online. Then came the second blow. Chief announced that he was bringing in another woman, one of his many side chicks who had done him well. He says he believes the humane thing to do is politely upgrade her to being the wife of an odogu like himself. Amara sat in her luxurious bedroom, scrolling through her phone with shaking hands. Her once perfect world was crashing, and the internet was watching. That's the thing people don't realize. If you're going to share your life with the world on internet, then you rest assured when something noteworthy happens, they are going to be sitting and watching. It cannot be overemphasized. Anyhow, Chief Nkapi, her husband, had just made an announcement that sent shockwaves across the country. He was taking a second wife. No, a third. No, in fact, he had decided that polygamy was his birthright, and he would take as many wives as he pleased. A man is polygamous by nature, he had declared on national television, his voice carrying the arrogance of a king addressing his subjects. God himself gave men the grace to love multiple women. It is our culture, it is our rights, and any woman who doesn't like it should leave. Kambalai. Oh, Amara's hands trembled as she scrolled through the comments online. Madam, you enjoyed the money. Enjoy the polygamy too. But why is she crying? Did she say she would rather cry in a Bentley than be happy in a Volvo? Polygamy is the cure for cheating men. If you don't like it, Leave it. Nah, but the fact that people have this mentality, oh, I'd rather cry in a Bentley than be happy in a Volvo. The people that say this are people that, one, are beyond help with their greed and love for money. Two, they're people who have never tasted pain before, honestly. Because I don't understand why you would choose pain for your life because of money. Anyhow, tears stung Amara's eyes. But she didn't cry. Not yet. Because deep down, she knew the world was right. You should be happy for me, my dear wife, he said with a smirk. Ah, the audacity, the absolute audacity. Oh my god. Okay. After all, a rich man cannot belong to only one woman. You have to consider sharing me with 99 other damsels. I have enough love for 1,000 women if I want. My love will go round each of their large waists and 12 baskets will still be full as the remnants. It's giving King Solomon without the kingdom. Oh goodness gracious. Amara fought. She screamed. She threatened to leave. But Chief laughed. Leave? And go where? You have no job, no savings. You left everything to be taken care of by me. Now you want to leave? My dear, sit down and enjoy the ride. Speaking of ride, go into the bathroom and wash up the smoke you picked up from the kitchen. My John Thomas needs servicing. If you waste time, I will give it to any of my hungry holes out there. This second-hand embarrassment I am oh my good God gracious. Hey, this is why every woman should have her money. It doesn't matter if your husband is a wealthy man. And if he insists on you not, oh, I don't want you to have any accounts. My dear, that's someone who wants absolute control over you. Find a way and save something for yourself. Okay, always have some money, even if it means creating a business your husband isn't aware of. And so she stayed. But when Chief declared his intention to take not one, but 3 more wives, Amara had had enough. She took her pain online, calling on online in-laws to fight for her. Oh my God, I beg. The internet divided into 2. Women stood with Amara, denouncing polygamy as wicked and oppressive. How will you men feel if we started marrying one woman to multiple men? Meanwhile, men cheered for Chief, saying he was the true definition of masculinity. They called him an alpha male. Amara, used to getting her own way, refused to accept it all. She started nagging, complaining, and generally making Chief Nkapi's life difficult. The other wives, sensing weakness, started to turn against her. They whispered behind her back, undermined her authority, and generally made her life a living hell. Amara, used to being the center of attention, found herself isolated and miserable. The soft life she had craved was turning sour. Then the real drama began. Amara, desperate for attention and sympathy, took to Facebook. She started posting about her woes, about how Chief Nkapi was mistreating her, about how polygamy was a backward and oppressive practice. She painted herself as a victim, a woman trapped in a loveless marriage, a helpless damsel in distress. Guess what now? The internet went wild. The feminists on Facebook, those women who believe that all men are scum and that women can do no wrong, jumped on the bandwagon. They started a hashtag Save Amara, and organized online protests. They called Chief Nkapi all sorts of names and demanded that he treat Amara with respect. But then the counter-argument started. Other women, especially those from older generations, began to voice their opinions. They pointed out that Amara knew what she was getting into when she married Chief Nkapi. She knew he had wives. She knew he was a traditional man. Why was she complaining now? Exactly. Why? You said you'd rather cry in a Bentley. My dear, keep crying. Don't let the world know about it. The debate raged on, becoming more and more heated. It was a full-blown war on Facebook, with insults flying left and right. Here? And then the bomb dropped. Echidime, who had been quietly building his own life, had married. He had found a good woman named Esther, a woman who loved him for who he was, not for what he had. Together they had started a small business selling agricultural products. They worked hard, saved their money, and slowly but surely began to prosper. One day, Esther now stumbled upon an old video on Echidime's phone. It was a video of Amara, taken before she married Chief Nkapi. In that video, Amara was laughing and joking with her friends. "I don't care about love," she said, her voice clear and confident. "I would rather cry in a Bentley than be happy in a Volvo. Money is everything." Esther, being a smart woman, realized the potential of this video. She showed it to Echidime, and together they decided to release it to the public. She's about to go viral again. Dun dun dun. Is it weird that I'm so happy that this video that could probably ruin her reputation? Well, there's no reputation to ruin actually, because she did that all by herself. The video went viral faster than gossip in a market square. It was shared and reshared, commented on and analyzed, and the public opinion turned against Amara in a heartbeat. People felt betrayed. They had sympathized with her, supported her, defended her, and now they realized that she was nothing more than a gold digger, a woman who had chosen wealth over love and was now reaping the consequences of her actions. Mama Ngozi, if you see hey, the feminists on Facebook, the same ones who had been shouting save Amara, quietly deleted their posts and unfollowed her. The hashtag save Amara was replaced with hashtag Bentley Tears. So you knew Chief was a polygamist, but you stayed because of money? You threw away a good man for a billionaire. Now you want us to pity you. Madam, wipe your tears with dollars and leave us alone. In a single night, Amara went from the victim to the villain. Nobody cared about her pain anymore. Nobody sympathized. The very women who had supported her turned away. After all, we were not there when you were using Gucci and Prada clothes to wipe your ass. That's the thing people don't realize. Internet people, they are so easily swayed. And you can use it to your own advantage, but don't expect it to always be on your side all the time. I'm just saying. And Chief Nkapi, embarrassed by the scandal, was furious. He accused Amara of bringing shame to his family and warned her to keep quiet. But Amara, desperate to regain her lost status, refused to listen, and that was her downfall. Chief Nkapi, tired of her drama and her constant complaints, did the unthinkable. He married 3 more wives. Hey! Amara was devastated. She had lost everything. Her status, her respect, her dignity. She was nothing more than a discarded plaything. Meanwhile, Echidime and Esther were thriving. Their business was booming and they were living a comfortable and happy life. They even started investing in some of Chief Nkapi's failing businesses, slowly but surely taking control. Okay, so before we go to this next part, we're almost to the end, right? What do you think about Esther's releasing that video? I don't know how I feel about Esther. Either way, one day, Amara saw Echidime and Esther driving past her in a brand new car. Not a Bentley, but a sturdy, reliable SUV. They looked happy, content, and fulfilled. Amara, watching them from her window, felt a pang of regret. She had chosen wealth over love, and in the end, she had lost both. After the dust settled, the country was left with several burning questions. Is polygamy truly the cure for unfaithful African men, or just an excuse for them to be irresponsible? Should women marry for love or money? Is financial security more important than genuine commitment? Why do people cry foul when the consequences of their choices come knocking? Are modern feminists fighting for equality, or do they only cry for justice when it benefits them? If a woman chooses wealth over loyalty, does she have the right to complain when wealth treats her without loyalty? The debate raged for weeks. But one thing was clear: when you make a choice, you can only choose the path, but you cannot choose the consequences. So my sister, Mama Ngozi, that's the story. But then, what do you think?